This is Jason. Welcome to Drinking and Gaming Episode 3. Today we're having a couple of beers with one of this year's sneaker candidates for Game of the Year, the Wii U exclusive Bayonetta 2. This game currently has a 91 Metacritic average, making it one of the highest critically reviewed titles of 2014. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why. Admittedly, I don't think I'm in this game's target demographic, on account of the fact that I have had sex with a woman before. More than once. Bayonetta 2 is the uplifting story of a sassy, librarian-esque dominatrix witch kind of character who has managed to become insanely badass despite what appears to be a crippling case of scoliosis. The story begins with Bayonetta, who we're told is not a sexist character, having her shopping expedition interrupted when she is attacked by angels who, for some reason, have access to American fighter jets. She fights them off using a mix of guns and melee attacks, and then when she gets her combo meter up, she periodically summons giant minions of hell to do her bidding by removing her clothes, which I guess are made out of her hair. And while Bayonetta is certainly capable of dispatching these attacking angels on her own, our semi-offensive female protagonist is joined by a supporting cast which includes semi-offensive black stereotype, semi-offensive Italian stereotype, and Vaughn from Final Fantasy 12. No? Okay, it's Hope from Final Fantasy 13. No, it's not him either. Okay, anyway, it's some really annoying kid who defends himself by throwing his Pokemon cards at his assailants as if he's some sort of crappy adolescent Gambit. In this game, you are predictably caught in the battle between light and darkness. And in honor of the light versus dark Japanese cliché, which is about as overdone and played out as Americans trying to relive the glory of World War II, we are pairing Bayonetta 2 with an old-fashioned black and tan. The term black and tan dates back to the 1800s, when the blending of various beer types was a popular trend. And this drink is a blend of any light beer, usually a lager or pale, and any dark beer, usually a stout or porter. You can blend any type of beers you have handy. I am drinking a Finnish lager called Karhu Double Hop with a Murphy's Irish Stout, though the most common are Harp with Guinness. And while the most commonly used beers for this blend are Irish, the drink does have a different name in Ireland. During the Irish War for Independence in 1919, Winston Churchill reinforced the Irish constables who were suppressing the uprising with a squad of mostly British recruits, who came to be known as the Black and Tans. Because of this association with a difficult chapter in their history, the drink is called a half and half in Ireland. You can make the drink two ways, depending on your preference. You can blend the beers evenly by pouring the stout in first and then adding the pale, in which case they will mix and form a singular mid-level color. Or you can layer the beers. Now, if you remember from episode 2, Guinness and other stouts are actually less dense than most lagers. So, if you add the lighter colored beer first and then pour the Guinness in over an upside-down spoon very gently, the light-colored beer will form a see-through layer on the bottom, and the dark beer will form a thick layer on the top. The light see-through layer being sort of like Bayonetta's outfit. This combination of beers gives you the flavor and complexity of the dark beer with the drinkability of the light beer. And the reason that that's important for us here is that you can pound these. And that's the second reason for this pairing. It takes a few drinks to get through the awful cutscenes in this game, but it's worth it if you do so. Despite the complete lack of maturity or ability to write, the game's battle mechanic is fun and top-notch. Bayonetta really is a badass chick, and the size and scope of her battles is bigger and bolder than anything that I've played since Shadow of the Colossus. Sadly, these battles are spaced between some of the most groan-worthy cutscenes I've ever seen. But here at Couch Co-op, we call those drinking opportunities. Somewhere in the background of my drinking, this game's cutscenes were a blend of cliches, where sexist and racist characters spewed profanity for profanity's sake, as if the game developer thought saying fuck made them edgy. But they're wrong, because it's not 2001. A fact which you would not know based on the PS2 quality camera angles in Bayonetta's hallway sequences. Now all of that said, I found that a solid buzz made going from awesome battle to awesome battle easier, and ultimately, Bayonetta's 2 battle system carries the game. It is pretty damn epic. The game isn't necessarily 9 out of 10 epic, but it's certainly worth the playthrough. I personally would give it a 7 out of 10. So, bottoms up, close off, and enjoy this classic style button masher. I'm Jason, and this has been Drinking and Gaming. Cheers!